Good morning, everybody. I'll say good morning because normally it's afternoons, isn't it? We have a kick-off, but it is. It's 11:05 on this Saturday morning, and it's match day, half 12 kick-off. We don't normally do well in half 12 kick-offs, do we? So let's put a change to that. Anyway, before we get in the show, if you do like what you see, please don't forget to smash the like. It does help the channel, so please do smash that thumbs up. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, come in to subscribe, free to do so. Also, hit the bell notification that tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows. If you want to become a member, it's 99p. You can do that clicking the join button. And if you want to make a donation, do that in chat. Clicking the $sign, using the super chat function, all money reinvested in the channel. So yes, we face Arsenal today at St James's Park, buoyed by that 2-0 win over Chelsea in midweek. Yes, we know it was a different starting 11 that Chelsea stuck out there. Was it disrespect? Was it disrespect to the cup from Maresca? Was it arrogance, thinking, oh, well, my second string can beat these? Well, sorry, but they can't. I thought their goalkeeper was absolutely woeful, if I'm honest. Thought Sanchez was bad last Sunday with his distribution for Chelsea, but Jorgensen, he didn't look that great either. So he didn't, if you're a Chelsea fan, I don't think he fills you with confidence. We were linked to him, weren't we, at one point, and I'm so pleased we didn't get him because he doesn't look great at all. He looks shaky. Joe Felix, I thought he'd scored in the second half. I really thought that was in. And when it went past the post, I couldn't believe it. I think he's looking pretty poor as well, isn't he? Let's be honest. Makes you wonder why other clubs didn't go in for him. Well, there's your answer. Poor. Anyway, back to today's game. Who's going to start today? I mean, look, we had some positives from that Wednesday night game. Kraft had a great game at right back. But you expect Tino Livramento will come back into right back. Although I would stick with Kraft if I'm honest with you. Now, this may divide a bit of opinion, and I've been one of his biggest critics, Sean Longstaff, but I thought he actually played okay the other night. So, does he start? Does Willock get a start? Do we put Joe Linton on the left wing still? Some good little selections there for Eddie Howe to think about. He did say yesterday that there is a doubt with Gordon and Isak. Picked up little niggles. I don't think there is anything wrong. I think they'll be starting today, if I'm honest. It's probably just mind games for Arteta to make Arteta think, oh, well, okay. They've got no strikers. We still haven't got Callum Wilson back. He's still not ready, even though he's sitting on an exercise bike laughing away, which annoys the hell out of you, really. But look, there's reports going around this morning that likes of Palace, Fulham, Brentford, West Ham all want Wilson in January. If they do, let's have a bid more and just sell him to the highest bid. I would, because by the time this guy's fit, and I mean match fit, if he's going to come back after the next international break, remember you're supposed to be back after the last international break against Greece and Finland, but he didn't come back after that one, so he's coming back after the next one. Now that'll remain to be seen, and if he does come back after that one, by the time he gets match fit, you're talking it could be around Christmas time. So, it's not great, is it, with Wilson at the moment? Anyway, let's nip into some comments because the team news will be out in about 8 minutes. Hi, Tony says, trolls. Hi to you, mate. Hope you're well. Can't say anything but a loss, but I hope I'm wrong. Just can't say it. Do you know what, trolls? It's going to be a tough game. I'll read. All right to you, Andrew. Hope you're well, mate. He says 7 out. How are you, the lads? I like your confidence. Let's do this, says BR. Absolutely, mate. Andrew says totally shit. How's his order of the day? Rattle them. Yeah. Do you know what? Let's go and get another controversial goal and send their fans into meltdown for another season, because they're still talking about that goal from last year, and they'll probably still be talking about it today as well. BR says that Jorgensen must look John Sinclair's subcount dodgy. It's like John Sinclair's subcount. Good morning, Tony and all. Good morning to you, Gareth. Hope you're well. I fear we start with Burn and not Kelly, and Burn lets players run past him too often out of position and can't run back to their position, not a Burn hater. No, absolutely not. Look, what you got to remember is, likes of Dan Burn, likes of Fabian Schär, they're all getting older. We've got to start replacing these players with younger players. This is the problem. Got to start replacing them. Can't keep these players on forever. Trippier's another one. BS says I would offer him to Brentford as part of a deal for Wembuemo. Thing is, though, I can't see us getting anywhere near him, because if we're not anywhere near a European place, but you've got someone like a Liverpool or Arsenal comes in, I think he goes there. I don't think we'll see Wilson play for us again. In my opinion, they're keeping him on injured to sell in Jan. Do you know what? That's not a bad point, Andrew. Wilson needs to be sold. He's 32. Yep. David says, "Morning, Tony. Hope you're well. I think we can win and send Teta back to London and Tia as well. Yeah, let's hope." Good show. Morning, everyone. Morning, Paul. Hope you're well, mate. And everybody's saying hello to each other there in the chat. Yeah, so I mean, look, last year we won 1-0, courtesy of Anthony Gordon. Willock doing his best to keep the ball in, which he kept in, and it was in because VAR double-checked that and made sure it was in. And then the ball comes across, then Joe Linton gets above Gabriel. They were looking at an offside, then they were looking at a foul. I think they were trying every way to try and block the goal, but there was no way they could. And it was never a foul on Gabriel. Was his own silly defending that cost him. And Gordon rightly so tapped it in, you know. So, the end of the day, they can do what they want, Arsenal, you know. They can cry as much as they want. They keep crying over that goal. It's pointless now, because what difference does it make now? Last season's gone. We've been on the wrong end of some dodgy decisions, but that wasn't a dodgy decision, because I still look at that and I still say, I applauded for that day and I said, well done, VAR, because at the end of the day, you took 4.5 minutes to come to a decision, but you come to the right decision. And that's the good part of VAR. Troll says Arsenal's a different animal. Yeah, they are. Hi to you, Yabba. Hope you're well, mate. Morning, Tony. Hope you're well. Says Whitey. Good morning to you, mate. Hope you're well too. Yeah, team news should be out in about 4 minutes' time, so it'll be interesting to see what the lineup is. You know, who's in and who's out. What changes is he making? Preferably, I'll put Kelly at right, left centre back. This is a problem. We haven't really got a right centre back to compete with Schär. Yes, we can throw Kraft in there, but he's not really a centre back, is he? And this is why we need a right-sided centre back. And I'm not saying technically a marquee, but you know, we need somebody anyway. I feel better when we get the 3 points. Yeah, be great if we can beat these today, because you know that's what we need to do. We need to beat the Arsenal. It will be a tough game. They will be up for it. You know, look, they've got Saliba back. We know that he's back. Gabriel, they're not sure if he's going to be this match or not. If he doesn't, then Kivior will probably come in for him, I would reckon. Saka's back now, isn't he? So, look, yeah, you know, we know they've got a good team, Arsenal. That's the thing. But we just have to be on our game. That's exactly what we got to do. What he says, every player has to be on their game today. Don't go chasing shadows. Arsenal try and pull you from pillar to post. Absolutely. Especially if we're playing that 4-3-3 formation. They'll see. I'd put Joe Linton on the left, and the reason why I say Joe Linton on the left wing, right? Because with Joe Linton, if you watch him the other night, I thought he looked great on the left wing. Now, with him on the left wing, it helps us out as well, because yes, okay, it might take a bit of that physicality out of the midfield from Joe Linton. But if you've got Willock there, say for instance, say you play Bruno, Tonali and Willock. Willock Willock and Joe Linton can actually swap anyway, so you got that bit of fluidity there as well. But with Joe Linton, when he does make some fouls, if he makes that foul from the left wing, he's a further 20 or 30 yards up the pitch. Where if he's in the midfield and he goes deep back and he makes a foul, it's then probably 20 to 30 yards from goal. So that's what I'm saying, if he's playing on the left wing and he makes a foul up the pitch, at least it's a lot further from the goal than it is if he was playing in midfield and tracking back. So, it'll be interesting to see what the team news is. Yabba says, welcome back to Mikel Merino. Absolutely. I liked him. I thought he was a good player for us, but just at the wrong time, unfortunately. Benji, morning from... Good morning, Benji. Troll says, if Miggy starts on the right wing and Burnett left centre back, we are effed. Yeah, well, right, okay, we'll find out because the team news should be out now. So hopefully we know who's coming, who's in and who's out. Right, okay, starting 11. They've put it in numerical order. So it's Pope in goal. At the back, it's Livramento, Cher, Byrne, and Lewis Hall. The midfield is Longstaff, Bruno, and Livramento. Sorry, I'll start that again. Longstaff, Willock, and Bruno in the midfield. It's because the way they've got it on here, I'm trying to work it out how they've got it. And the front three is obviously Gordon, Isak, and Joe Linton. So that's the way I'm looking at that. On the bench, you have Dubravka, Tonali, Barnes, Kraft, Asula, Almiron, Kelly, Murphy, and Miley. So, look, I don't know how you feel about that team, but Tonali on the bench, not for me. I he should be starting. Sorry. Is this because Longstaff had a good game the other night that he's thrown straight back in the team? It's not a great look at that, but I will pop that team on the screen in a moment. I don't like them putting this numerical order. I wish they really would just stop this numerical order business because it does confuse you. You're trying to find out you're trying to work out how they're playing, and I would have had Kraft in it right back or whatever, but there you go. There's the team there. Livramento on the front. And I will get you the Arsenal lineup as well. And they line up today with we don't know because I'm looking at the team sheet and there's nothing written on that team sheet. They're saying Gabriel is fit, so he's fit to play today. Right, so Arsenal line up with Raya in goal, Thomas Partey, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Saka, Marino, Rice, Martinelli, Trossard, Havertz. On the bench, Neto, White, Zinchenko, Lewis Skelly, Kivior, Jorginho, Waneri, Sterling, and Jesus. So that is the Arsenal lineup. Once again, Raya, Partey, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Saka, Marino, Rice, Martinelli, Trossard, Havertz. On the bench, goalkeeper Neto, White, Zinchenko, Lewis Skelly, Kivior, Jorginho, Waneri, Sterling, and Jesus. So that is their starting lineup. Get your thoughts in about this team. Are you happy about this team, or are you disappointed in Eddie Howe's team selection? I'm going to come through the comments now. So Wacky says, got to stop Rice dictating play when he drops to pick the ball up. I think he needed calm central attacking midfielder to handle him. Can't use Isak for it. He'll be knackered by 50 minutes. Fair point. We are effed. We need Tonali. No Tonali, Paul won't be happy. Byrne and Longstaff, exactly. Yeah. If we get pumped today, hopefully not. Longstaff's game was only good for Longstaff. We have low expectations. He made 0 tackles and won 0 duels. Tino might do the job, but Byrne and Longy with no Tonali isn't good by any means. Longstaff let Felix run straight past him. He's slow, I think. Yeah, absolutely. Play your best team 11. Best 11, Eddie. Exactly, Andrew. Tonali benched, yeah. Lise Murphy isn't on the bench. That's something, yeah, he's still injured, isn't he, at the moment? Yeah, not great at all. I mean, look, other thing as well in the chat, looks like Sean Longstaff is set to be offered a new deal because he's triggered a clause which can set off getting a new deal. Are you happy with that? Now, this might sound a surprise, but I'm actually happy with him getting a new deal in some ways because, and this is where I say because, it just means that if you've got him tied down to a 2-year deal, it means as a homegrown player, you can sell him and get 100% profit. Because if he didn't sign the contract, he'd leave on a free next summer and you don't get a penny. So, good business, I would say. It's a business sense more than anything. Howe doesn't learn in the Prem at all. I think Eddie is tossing and turning where Longstaff and Tonali not quite there yet, in my opinion. But then are we playing to his strengths? So that's the thing, Yabba. Look at Chris Wood, he's gone to Forest and look at the way he's scoring goals for fun. Again, we didn't play to his strengths. Burnt, Longstaff and no Tonali, that's awful. Totally agree. Yeah, I don't get it. Arsenal don't put like a team sheet up. I thought they would have because I would have shared that on screen, but they haven't put a team sheet out there, which is strange, which I find rather strange, to be fair. No, there's no team sheet for Arsenal, which I see is very strange. But anyway, Gareth says Liverpool on shaft form is not the best at the moment. The defence is where it right worries me. Yeah, it does worry. It do you know what, Gareth? I can't disagree, mate. I can't disagree. I mean, look, Shaw's been slow for me. I thought he had a good game on. I thought he had a better game, I should say, on Wednesday night. But yeah, it's not great, is it? I thought Liverpool played okay. I thought he played all right at Chelsea last week. But apart from when he fell asleep for that goal, Longy is a bottom player, not a team that is trying to get in the top. I've said this for a long time. I think he's more of a mid to bottom table player. I'd be pissed if I was Tonali, Kelly, and Kraft after having good games. That's what you do. Get regular starts. Yep, absolutely. Paul says Tonali's better than Longstaff by a country mile. Can't believe he would start over an Italian international. Well, yeah, exactly. That's my thoughts as well, mate. I mean, it's just disappointing, isn't it? Eddie needs to figure out Tonali's strengths. I'm still how one game doesn't change 5 things, would, to be honest. I mean, the thing is, look, if we get beat today, all it does is the Chelsea game on Wednesday papers over the cracks, doesn't it? That's what it does. But to be honest with you, we'll just have to see. I mean, look, do we worry for next Sunday as well, going to Forest? I mean, that ain't going to be easy. Forest are a team in form at the minute. And, you know, they're just beating teams. Who drops Tonali for Longstaff? Exactly. Who does drop Tonali for Longstaff? Very disappointing, though. But, you know, like I say, I thought Kraft was really good the other night. I feel for Eddie. I feel for Emil Kraft, I really do. Does I want to get the sack? Billy F, he says Byrne will be caught out time after time, him playing too high and having no pace to get back. Exactly. We saw that against Chelsea last Sunday at Stamford Bridge. He kept going forward, forward, forward. Um, yeah, that's all he kept doing at Chelsea, getting caught out. Although we still should have drew that game against Chelsea. I hope Isak's learned his lesson from that. Andrew says, had enough of the boring OCD. B now. See how it is, Andrew. See how it is, mate. Gallant going for a 3-0 win. What do you think Arsenal won't score against our defence? They have midfielder at right back. Yeah. But then that's the confidence Arsenal are, aren't they? You know? They drew a high-level game with Liverpool last week 2-2. But, yeah, it's a strange one, playing a midfield at right back, that's for sure, isn't it? So, it's, yeah. I mean, look, I'm kind of hoping for something good out of this game. I will give my prediction in a moment, but, you know, look, I can understand in some ways why Longstaff's in there, you know, but I'm trying to find the positives to say here. But, you know, I thought Longstaff did all right the other night, apart from obviously, you know, getting caught out. But other than that, which thankfully it didn't lead to a goal. But I certainly wouldn't have benched. I wouldn't have started him. I would have put Longstaff on the bench and brought him on in the second half. So is he going to do the same to Longstaff what he does to Tonali? Is he going to take Longstaff off between 60 and 70 minutes and bring Tonali on? But by the time Tonali comes on, the game could be done by then. That's the thing. And I'm just, you know, honestly, I've got to find positives from this lineup. I've got to find a positive somewhere. And the one positive I can see is playing Joe Linton on the left. Between him and Willock having that fluidity. So, look, you know, I've got to look at that. Yes, that optimism. Before that lineup, now I've seen it. Can't win this. 2-1 to us. Bruno by 2 and race for them. Interesting, yeah. I think unless that mid is a 5, you are going to get run over on either side. Bruno Willock, more attacking minded, and Sean, well, he's getting done for pace, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. Long he doesn't tackle or run back. It's not about one player. No, it's not. How is deluded? I think this is the best we can start with. Yeah. Guys, I got 42 watching, so if you can hit them likes, that would be fantastic. If you do hit the thumbs up, it does mean the channel stays near the top of the search, and it means new viewers find it more easy. So if you can all give it a thumbs up, that would be fantastic. Thank you very much indeed for your support. Kelly and Krafu's reward from a great performance to be dropped. Burn is the failure, too slow. Yeah, I would have had Kelly in there, left centre back. Absolutely, I thought he had a good game the other night. You know, I wasn't too happy about his signing, but you know, I thought the other night he had a good game. But yeah, you're right what you're saying. You know, compared to Burn, Kelly's got more pace, hasn't he? So he should have been in there, but. How obviously things Burns better than Kelly in the Premier League. Is this because, you know, is this because he thinks because Burns got the height it's going to help? It's not. Longstaff to get injured. Craig says our win rate under Howe with Longstaff in the team is 20% higher, so it's stupid not to play him no matter what you're feeling on him. Well, that's true in a way, Craig, but still, why is Tonali benched? That's what I don't understand. Tristan says, is he on drugs with that lineup? Well, that's the thing, Tristan. I've said the same. I do not know what he's going on with that lineup for. I mean, look, if I was honest, if I'd have picked a starting lineup, this is how I would have lined up. And tell me if you agree in the chat as well. Right, so I would have lined up with Pope in goal. Obviously, Pope's going to start. Right back would have been Kraft for me, with Shea and Lloyd Kelly in the middle. So I would have just kept sharing. Lloyd Kelly in the middle with Shea, Lewis Hall on the left. Midfield three would have been Tonali, Bruno, and Willock. The front three, Gordon, Isak, and Joe Linton. That's how I would have gone. Because with Willock and Joe Linton, they can swap on the left wing. So it's that bit of fluidity you've got there. That's how I would have gone with that lineup. So I would have gone Pope. So I'll repeat again in case anybody didn't quite hear it. So I'd have gone with Pope. Then I would have gone Kraft, Shea, Kelly, Hall, midfield, Tonali, Bruno, Willock, Gordon, Isak, Joe Linton. How would that lineup be a better game for Arsenal, or be more of a match for Arsenal than the one we've currently got at the moment? Let me know your thoughts. Or even put your lineups in, what you think who should have been in the team. I'm not confident about the day to be happy with a draw, to be honest. 1-1, hope they shock me with 3-1, says Paul Anson. Yeah, let's hope so, mate. Joel says, I hope Howe would see that the team starting in the cup was awesome, but no, back to the old drone boat. At how o'clock, Bruno will be replaced by Tonali, no doubt. Gordon off for Miggy. Hall off for Kelly, no Eddie. Yeah. Well, didn't he put Burn at left back last week? Jake says because he all played 3 days ago, Jake. Wednesday. Eddie wants to be Boo at home. No Tonali, no Kelly, no clue. Well, he did say in his press conference on Tuesday, didn't he? He doesn't like the booing. Sorry, that's part of football. Burns going to get skinned. Burns in for his head, and Arsenal are mint at set pieces. I'd have kept Tonali for Bruno. Yeah, maybe, yes. Burn heads the ball to the opponent's 90% time in the defence. I mean, look, we all seen that Bruno doesn't look right as captain. It seems to be weighing heavy on him, and I think it does. And look, this may be weird when I see this, but should Tonali be the captain? Because remember, for the under-21s, he was captain for the under-21s for Italy. And I think he's captained AC Milan a few times. So, so it wouldn't be heavy on his shoulders, that's for sure. I saw Keith Downey. He was saying they should try J7 on the right wing. What's your thoughts? That's a good question. But there again, is it time for experimenting now? Because I don't really want to be experimenting now. I want to be, we've got to be out there on the front foot. I mean, it's an option, but I can't see it. Jay from Keeping It 2 on YouTube. Pope, Crafu, Shea, Kelly, Hall, Longshade, Tonali, Willock, Gordon, Isak, Joey. Sorry, but as Captain Bruno isn't at his best. That's not a bad shout. Yeah, absolutely. Wacky says, let's be optimistic here. Might be a masterstroke, see how they do. They might all play out their skin, and the team need the fans behind them today. Yeah, absolutely, Wacky. That's a good shout, mate. That is a good shout. Can't believe he's dropped Tonali. I can't either, Paul. I'm still like, what? Big Joe should be captain. He tells you if you're doing wrong and listen and praise if you do it right. But again, would it weigh too heavy on him? That's the thing. Is that why Bruno's game's suffering? Because he's got the extra responsibility. Alan Barron's high, mate. He says, yes, 2-1. You're going for a 2-1 win, mate. Tonali should be on and taking set pieces. Yeah, I mean, look, that corner he took, yes, okay, it was a bit deep, but he took one. But I'd like to see him take some free kicks, because I've seen him do it for the under-21s, and he even does it for the national team as well. Sometimes, taking set pieces. Although their main set piece taker at Italy is DeMarco, who surprisingly we were linked with a couple of seasons ago, weren't we? So DeMarco, he's their main set piece taker. But I totally agree. He should be up there. Post, I'm going 1-1. Yeah. Guys, got 15 thumbs ups at the minute. So if you are watching the channel and you haven't yet hit the like, please do hit that like. It does help the channel. And if you are new to the channel, come in to subscribe as well and help this great community out. Paul's going to go 1-1. So, yeah, so look, prediction today. How do I feel this game's going to go? It's a tough game. They are playing well this season, let's be honest. As was said in the chat earlier, nice to see Mikel Merino back. I think it was Yabba who said that. Oh, God, it's a hard one. My heart says 2-1 Newcastle. My head says 3-1 defeat. But I'm going with my heart. I'm going 2-1. I think we can win this 2-1. I think. I hope. I hope by backing us we can go out there and win it. So I'm going to say 2-1 us. Just. We may get a lucky goal in the last minute or a controversial one. That'll just send the fans into more meltdown at Arsenal. Trolls with a starting 11. I say 4-0 Arsenal. Hope I'm wrong. I've got a 5 at 151 for Longstaff to get the ball over the first man from a free kick. Oh, he's hopeless on free kicks. Do not give him a free kick. Save your fiver. Keeping the tune. Says 2-1 either way for me. Leaning towards the loss with Byrne being the weakling 12-foot defender who can head the ball. We've got to start replacing these players, so that's the money. Wacky 2-2 says Ian Fleming. Hi Ian, hope you're well. 2-1-2 win says Paul. Fingers crossed. We have to keep set pieces as low as possible. Arsenal are so good at them. Yeah, they are. To me, this isn't your strongest 11. Sorry, guys. I think Arsenal win this one comfortably. I hope I'm wrong. My prediction is FF Eddie. Says Andrew. Exactly, Andrew. See it as it is, mate. See it as it is. You know, nobody's going to judge your comments, mate. I think Trolls might be we on that one. But yeah, look, it is going to be a tough game. We know that. But we have got the players. We have got the players to go out there and get something out of this game. But it's the attitude, how we approach this game, and and try and stifle Arsenal. That's what you got to try and do, stifle them. Yeah, a couple of seasons ago they beat us up there, didn't they? But we got a penalty which was then overturned, and then Odegaard went on and scored, and But look, we've had some good games at St James's Park with Arsenal, so fingers crossed we might get something out of this game. You never know. You just never know. Trolls agrees. No doubt this isn't our strongest, but we've been surprised before. Yeah, it depends how Arsenal turn up on the day as well. They might come with a great side and they may flop. They might have a bad day at the office and we might roll them over. Watch how long he revert to what he has done this season and last. And thank you to Ian Fleming. He's been a member for 16 months now. Thank you very much, mate, for your generosity. And Trolls as well has been a member for 11 months. Thank you very much indeed, Trolls. Much appreciated. Paul says at least we have options off the bench who can change things. If we started all the best, we wouldn't really have that. Yeah, that's true. I mean, look, we can always bring Asula off and give him 20 minutes maybe as well if we're having to chase the game. See what he can do, because he looked all right when he came against Chelsea. He hit the post. 3 points off 16, 3 points off top 6. It's not the end of the world. It's one that escapes you. Plenty more games to go. Yeah, but we're 4 points off a European place at the moment. That's the thing. That is the worry, of where we are currently in the table at the moment. And obviously, it depends how results go over the weekend as well. I mean, look, Forest are on 16 points, we're on 12, so we're 4 points behind Forest. Now, if for some reason our goal difference takes a big knock, and I mean, look, the worst we could be is 15th place. Because if Leicester, Man U, West Ham all win, we drop down to 15th. So, and if we lose today, we could end up being 7 points off a European spot. And when the gap starts widening, that's when it becomes more and more pressure. Because these owners want European football. They would like Champions League, but they'll take any European football, I think, for next season. We all had high hopes we would start off well this season. And yes, we've had a couple of good games, but other than that, we haven't been that great. We haven't been at the races, have we? But we've got to change that. We've got to start changing that. The best way to do is get a positive result today. That's what we need. Because we can't have that gap getting any wider than it is. It's 4 points at the moment. It goes to 7. We get beat off Forest next week. It could be 10 points behind. Then that's a long way back. Yes, okay. It's only November. And yeah, teams can dip and their form can dip. But if you're 10 points behind, you've then got to win 4 games and then hope the teams above lose 4 games. So, that's what I'm saying about the gap. We've got to make sure we start picking up these results. Boring set on the fence 1-1 for you. That's not a problem. Mary, hi, Tony, hope you're well. Hope you're well too. And Ian, £2 super chat. Why is Tonali on the bench? I don't know, Ian. I really don't know. But, everybody's asking that question. Why? It's only one man knows that answer, and that's the manager. Let's hope it doesn't come back to haunt us, mate. If Gordon's on it today, we have a chance. Yeah, absolutely. I hold on when I say I think it's a stroke of genius. But you don't get Europe at 10 games. It's at the end of the season. But yeah, I know that, Becky. But what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. We don't get a win today and we don't win next week. The gap could be 10 points. 10 points is a lot to claw back because you've got to be in the hope that the teams above start losing games and start dropping. Brighton are playing well. Forest are playing exceptional this season. Everybody had Forest to be down the bottom end of the table. Chelsea are playing better this season. Tottenham are sort of thereabouts. Brentford are having a cracking season. Fulham are playing well. So are Bournemouth. And that's what I'm saying. There are teams who are in form. West Ham haven't clicked yet for some reason. And, now that Man U've got rid of Ten Hag and got a new manager in Amaron, well, you saw they were effective Man United the other night because it went and hammered Leicester 5-2. So you can clearly see the players at Man United clearly weren't playing for the manager. Because if they were, could have been a different game. But, so it just shows you they weren't playing for the manager. And they've got a new manager coming in. I think they're going to take off. I really do. Which pains me to say that. We have the 2 slowest backs in the Premier League. How are we not stopping them is my question. I mean, look, the thing is, Trolls, we've got to start replacing them. I mean, once Botman comes back and he's fit and match ready, he goes in there. Jay makes a good point, not to mention the agent team, 12 players, 30 and over, with 3 more about to hit 30, so we're going to have 15 players, 30 and over, which needs doing about, but a few are offered new deals. I totally agree. Craig says we can win 2-1, stop with the negative waves. Let's hope we can now. I'm backing 2-1 there, Craig. Feels as if we're chasing the game before kick-off. Hope I'm wrong. Yeah, let's hope so. Pace shouldn't be a massive problem as centre-back. Seen plenty over the years who were too slow, but because of their position and they were amazing. I mean, look, a lot of us were hoping Gabriel was out, so Kivio was in, so we could get one over him because he's not the greatest, is he? But again, he could, you know. There again, Gabriel's not the greatest, remember? Joe Linton got one over him last season. Dave says Willock needs to be put in a performance today, especially with Tonali after his best game. Absolutely, Dave. Totally agree, mate. It's not negative, it's just looking at what's happened in games before, and Long isn't lucky charm. True, Tony Forrest won't be a walk in the park. No, it won't be. No. Because for some reason, Nuno Espirito Santos got them playing superb football. He was a good manager at Wolves, went to Tottenham, didn't quite work out there, went to the Middle East. I think he went to Saudi or Qatar or wherever it was he went. Forrest took a punt, brought them back, he kept them up, and this season they're a different animal. Now, if you go back to when he took over as manager in December last year, Chris Wood has scored 17 goals in that time. 17 goals. How many goals has Haaland scored since Nuno Espirito Santo was come in as manager of Forest until now? 18 goals. So Chris Wood's only one behind Haaland. That shows you what he's done to that team. And they don't play the long ball, they play attacking football. And when you're buying two wingers that can play on either flank for 18 million quid, you know, it's ridiculous. You're paying 3 million for Hudson-Odoi, you're paying 15 million for Elanga. Why aren't we into deals like that? I would have took Hudson-Odoi for 3 million quid, absolutely. Because I tell you now, he's definitely an upgrade on Almiron, and he's definitely an upgrade on Murphy. I don't care what anybody says. Need a new manager with new ideas, says Trolls. David says we aren't allowed to boost strange subs or voice displeasure. I feel Eddie thinks he's bigger than his recently. Maybe all the Eddie House black and white army chants have gone to his head. Thing is, maybe when he was at Bournemouth, he didn't get many boos or anything like that because, you know, took the club from basically going out the league up to the Premier League and kept them up there, then got sacked at the end. But look, yeah, maybe he didn't get a lot of that negativity, but he's got to realise that he's a bigger club now. My boys have been dire so far this season, apart from beating Man United, sending Ten Hag to the job centre. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mackie. I'm surprised at West Ham. I thought they'd have been better than they were. Anthony Ross, good afternoon, Tony and everyone. Good afternoon to you, mate. Hope you're well. David says if you play a very high line, recovery pace is important for defenders. Look at Shea diving in Stamford Bridge, nowhere near any other ball. Absolutely nowhere near the ball whatsoever. And that's the problem, isn't it? We should have cut that ball, should have been cut out. And also, going back to that, if Shea had took out Pedro Neto, would it have been a red card or would he have got a yellow card? Because was it a goal? Would it have been classed as a goal scoring chance? No, because he was putting a crossover. But then would there have been a covering defender? No, because Ben was nowhere near Shea, was he? So that would have been a difficult one to decide. Morning, Mr. T, says Donny. Good morning to you. The lads set a benchmark on Wednesday, so hopefully we're on the up. Let's hope so. That's exactly what we want. We want to be on the up. And let's see what happens. But look, kickoffs at 12:30. It's on TNT Sports Live. As I say, we don't normally have a good record on 12:30 kickoffs, so let's change that today. And, you know, it's going to be an interesting game, a difficult game, but I'm still saying we could win this one 2-1. And I don't care how we get the second goal. I don't care if it comes off David Raya's arse in the second half in injury time, you know, in the 95th minute. I couldn't care. As long as it's in the back of the net and we've won that game 2-1, got the points, I'm quite happy to take that. But it's going to be a tough game. Not going to sit here and say we're going to go out there and blast Arsenal away 3-0 or whatever, because that ain't going to happen. I think it's going to be a very tight game. Age has caught up with Burn and Share. They're 33 or that age very soon. Fell back to Kipman now. I feel knackered. That does seem to do the trick, doesn't it? Yeah. Anyone remember the Tango advertiser? Oh, God, yeah. I remember them. Yeah, absolutely. They were mad, weren't they? You've been tangoing all this. Yeah, absolutely. Right, guys and girls, I'm going to come to the end of this show now. But look, it's been a great show. I've had a lot of debate on the team news. And look, let's see what happens when the game starts, you know. If you have enjoyed this show, then please don't forget to smash that thumbs up. It does help the channel up the search, and it means new viewers find it more easily. So if you don't mind, give it a thumbs up. That'd be great. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, come and hit the subscribe. Come be part of this great community. Only 22. We're now from 1,300. Also, hit the bell notification. That'll tell you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. You can always become a member. It's 99p. Just do that by clicking the join button. And I will have a members prize draw up very, very soon. So keep an eye out for that one. Got to watch Arsenal set play, says Anthony Ross. Absolutely. 5 without win the league needs to change, says Jay. Absolutely, mate. It's got to. Great show, says Trolls. Thanks very much, mate. Thank you, Tony, says Gareth. No worries, mate. Oh, Tony, we got a tango sensation, yeah. That face Burn will have when he's skimmed time and time again. Oh, cheers, Whitey. See, yeah, TTL's doing a watch along from midday today. So if you don't want to listen to the drab commentary from Darren Fletcher on TNT Sports, then switch that off onto mute and listen to Paul and Billy. If you don't mind, people, do the sheep. Thank you very much. Yep, click the likes. Thank you very much indeed. So, guys, Wacky says, great show as always, Tony. Fingers crossed for you last day. Thank you very much indeed, my friend. Thank you. So, guys, I always say, remember, the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white. But look, come on, let's get a 2-1 win. I would love it to beat the Arsenal. Let's see what happens. We'll find out in 39 minutes if we do it or not. But until then, away the lads. And, of course, the lasses for tomorrow. See you all later.